If you have social anxiety, I bet you that it's being caused by one big hidden interconnected system. In this video, I'll be explaining what that system is and 3 ways to fix it. I'm Jack Henry, and I used to struggle with dating because my life was kind of a mess. I spent years studying behavior change and attraction psychology, and now I coach guys one-on-one and make videos like these. I'm using a guy named Evan as an example in this video, but my goal is to educate you and give simple ways to make positive changes in your own life. So here's the negative feedback loop that this guy named Evan's stuck in. He's not getting good sleep, and that's causing him to have messy emotions during the day. With his emotions out of whack, he isn't able to exhibit much self-control. And his lack of discipline only reinforces his problems with getting to sleep at a good time. His lack of self-control also leads him to make unhealthy food choices. And this bad diet only leads to more messed up emotions and energy levels. His energy levels being so unpredictable means he typically doesn't have enough social energy to socialize with people. And that leads him to barely ever socialize. But like any skill, if you don't use your social skills, they start getting worse over time. And with his lack of social skills and energy levels, it just means that when he's interacting with someone, they don't really have a good time talking to him. So these people are giving him negative social responses. And with enough of these adding up, he starts to develop social anxiety. And his emotional issues definitely add to that as well. And so now he has an actual apprehension to talking to new people, and that leads him to barely ever socialize. And this is causing him to isolate, and isolation is only worsening his emotional issues. Evan thinks his problems are just social anxiety and just getting bad sleep, but really it's a whole interconnected system that's all a negative feedback loop. In my coaching program, I work with my clients through 30 different bottlenecks that block dating success. The 3 that are affecting Evan the most are sleep, nutrition, and social anxiety. If we fix these, the whole system will be fixed. Let's build him some simple yet effective tasks. For his sleep, our goal is to increase his average sleep duration. And the best way to do that is just to go to bed earlier every night. And while it's easy to tell yourself that you're going to go to bed earlier tonight, it usually doesn't happen from distractions and just kind of a lack of tiredness. So his first task is going to be to set an alarm each day that tells him to take melatonin. Melatonin works great for knocking you out about 30 minutes after you take it. Just don't take too high of a dose or you're going to get some nightmares. Once he starts getting good sleep, it's going to increase his discipline. And with that better discipline, he's going to be able to go to bed at a good time even when he doesn't take melatonin. To help his diet, we're obviously going to want him eating healthier foods. And a super easy way to increase the healthiness of one's diet is just to eat less processed foods. And so to decrease the amount of processed foods he's going to eat, his task is going to be to go to the store and only buy foods that are unprepared. The reason for this is now when he's in a state of a bad negative emotion or if he's having bad discipline, instead of going and being able to just binge eat some snack, he has to actually cook a meal. And if he wants to, he can do food prep. It solves the same purpose. And that way, if he's really short on time, he can still have a meal without having to, starve. Since he's eating healthier, he's gonna have more stable energy levels and less emotion dysregulation. This means he's gonna have less cravings and more discipline, which will mean that he can eat less processed foods without having to have some tasks specifically designed for it. Okay, and now to fix his social anxiety. So to fix it, we have to achieve the inverse of it, which is going to be social confidence. And the way that one develops social confidence is through repeated positive social interactions. But since he doesn't really have social skills, it's going to be tough for him to interact with people. So to build his social skills, we need consistent socialization. So for his task, I want him to go to a recurring social event. Now, this could be something like a club, a sports team, or like 30 other different things that all kind of serve the same purpose. It's groups that happen at least once a week. It's going to be the same people, and anyone's welcome. If you want a ranked list of the best places to meet new people and to build your social skills, DM me the word groups on my Instagram. The link is in the top of the description. Another way that he can increase his positive social reactions is to build more of his social energy. And a quick fix for that is to caffeinate before he goes and socializes. I usually don't have that much social energy, but I accidentally had some caffeine tonight, and I was yapping my ass off for like 2 hours, the center of attention. And now I'm filming at midnight because I still have caffeine in me. But that's beside the point. Using the caffeine to socialize is optional because it can increase your anxiety. So if you're really anxiety prone, it just makes it even more difficult to socialize because you're all anxious. And the nice thing is that once he develops his social confidence, he won't even need the caffeine because the confidence in itself will give him social energy because he's trained to enjoy it. And same with the main task is once he gets enough positive social reactions from people, he's gonna want to consistently socialize. And then it's just a self-reinforcing loop. The difference between people who want to spend all their time alone and the people who love spending time around people is if they have this loop running or not. So now let's see what the negative social loop from the start of the video looks like now that Evan's doing the tasks. Because of his melatonin alarm, he's gonna get good sleep, and that's gonna lead him to have stable emotions. And that's going to allow him to have discipline, which is going to help him get good sleep, and it's also going to mean that he can have better choices with his diet. And the task we gave him to only buy unprepared foods is going to ensure that he eats healthy. And that's just going to reinforce him having the good emotions. His emotions and his energy levels being stable now means he has the social energy he needed. And channeling that social energy into his reoccurring socialization through the groups is going to lead him to have consistent socialization. This is inevitably going to build his social skills, and then he's going to start getting some positive social responses from people. And this is going to build his social confidence, and the more social confidence he builds from this is just going to feed right back into getting more positive social responses. His frequent social connection that he's going to start having is going to lead him to feel socially connected instead of isolated. And that's just going to be another boost on his positive emotions. And now that he has social confidence and stable emotions, it's going to make it way more likely that he's going to have dating success. Because those are some of the most appealing traits to women. So by doing these tasks, Evan is going to have a happy ending. If you want me to make a video on you breaking down your exact bottlenecks and systems just like this, DM me the word audit on my Instagram. The link is in the top of the description. I hope you got some value out of this, and I gotta stop recording because I'm keeping my roommates up. I'll see you in the next video.